And then he said something that lots of people missed, but they shouldn't have missed, because it was central to his talk. And he said this: when the bishops of the world came together for the council, he said they rediscovered something. They rediscovered, he said, that was his exact terminology, the charismatic dimension of the church as co-essential. Now, this is kind of a big phrase, theological phrase. He said the bishops of the world rediscovered the charismatic dimension of the church as being co-essential. Say with me, co-essential with the institutional church, dimensions of the church that makes up her essence. Okay, what's the institution of the church? When the church talks about institution, what is she talking about? She's talking about ordination. She's talking about sacraments. She's talking about apostolic succession. That's the institution that Jesus himself gave us. But the Holy Father said that that's an essential piece, but the other essential piece is the charismatic dimension. What's the charismatic dimension? The Holy Spirit. The fresh, free, full movement of the Holy Spirit is part of what makes up the essence of the church. And the institution doesn't function fruitfully without that gift of the Holy Spirit, right? So then he said this. He said when the Holy Spirit begins to move, the Spirit begins to seize us, was the word he used, and stir in us and thrust us out into the mission of the church. How many of you have been seized by the Holy Spirit at one time or another, right? I mean, he laid hold of you, didn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, he grabbed hold of you. He filled, Jesus poured his life into you. He awakened your baptism and confirmation, and he started stirring you, and it changed your life, didn't it?
Amen.
That's so the Holy Father is standing there saying, I know who you are. I can see it. I can feel it. I can see what God is doing in your life. And so he said, receive it, live in it, walk in it, and pay attention to why God has done it in our time.